Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is gzduel, and I'm here to present to you today the Dark World Exodia deck that you guys have been waiting for the September 2013 format. So I decided to play this deck after I figured out how to get past the problem of the forbidden list, which disallowed us from playing Pot of Avarice and also Card Destruction. So this is my interpretation of the deck after the fact. So for the monsters, we have 20. Of course, you have to play the 5 pieces of Exodia because that's your win condition. You have to play the mandatory 9 Dark World monsters, which are 3 Brow, 3 Grapha, and also 3 Snow. Now, for the rest of the 6 monsters, a lot of thought went into them. So excuse me. So I play 3 Malefic Stardust Dragons. Malefic Stardust Dragons is good in a number of ways. First of all, it allows you to play this card, which is Advanced Draw. So Advanced Draw, if you guys don't know the effect, is you contribute 1 face-up level 8 or higher monster, and you can draw 2 cards. So it's like a trade-in for a level 8 monster on the field. Now, Malefic Stardust Dragon is a level 8 monster, which you can special summon quite easily as long as you have the Gates of the Dark World. So you can contribute that and draw 2 cards. Since Malefic Stardust Dragon is also a level 8 monster in your hand, you can also use Trade-In if you don't have Advanced Draw. You can also use Allure of Darkness on it because it is a dark attribute. So in terms of drawing out cards, Malefic Stardust Dragon is a really good choice. Now, Malefic Stardust Dragon also serves another function, which is as a level 8 monster that is easily special summon outable. Special summon outable, you can use it and pair it up with Grapha in order to go into rank 8 XYZ, and it opens up into your extra deck, which you have I think the Giant Killer, you have the Heliopolis, you have also Franken, so there's a lot of versatility in that. Also, Malefic Stardust Dragon really helps you get rid of problem cards. So say your opponent has like a Shien, and you really want to get rid of the Shien, you can special summon out your Malefic Stardust Dragon, attack to Shien point per point. Now, if your opponent has another problem card that you hate, which is what is that card? Naturia Beast. If your opponent has a Naturia Beast, which only has 2,200 attack, you can special summon out this Malefic Stardust Dragon and attack the Naturia Beast, and you'll be able to get rid of it. Main phase 2, you can continue with like Advanced Draw, Trade-In, etc. You can just keep going into your draw cards. So Malefic Stardust Dragon is really good. Also, if you side in Skill Drain, once you sided in Skill Drain, your other monsters like Grapha that you summon out are still able to attack. Yeah, it's just really good overall. The next monster I want to talk about, of course, is Cyber Valley. Cyber Valley replaces kind of what Pot of Avarice was intended to do in this deck. Now, Pot of Avarice originally allows you to recycle pieces of the Exodia that you discarded, or you're accidentally discarded, or like your opponent discarded for you. Cyber Valley serves that function as well. One of its 3 effects is you can banish this card plus 1 card in your hand in order to target 1 card in your graveyard and place that target on top of your deck. So that would be the piece of Exodia. Now, Pot of Avarice also allowed you to draw 2 cards, right? Cyber Valley does the same. Cyber Valley's first effect is also pretty awesome. If your opponent targets this card as an attack target, you can banish this card, end the battle phase, and you can draw a card. So it allows you to save yourself a turn, so it's like a battle fader effect. It also allows you to draw an extra card. Now, that's not all. Cyber Valley's third effect is also pretty awesome. So you can banish 1 other monster plus this card, you can draw 2 cards. So if you happen to have like a floating Trigodia on the field that you don't have like Advanced Draw to get rid of, you can use Cyber Valley, you can get rid of the Trigodia, and with that you can draw 2 cards for that turn. So it's very versatile, it's a really good card. Now, the 2 Trigodia is like one of the best cards in the deck as well because it allows you to it stops your opponent from OTKing you. It's a level 10 monster, so you can use your Advanced Draw with it. It's a dark monster, so you can use Allure of Darkness with it. It's also a Fiend Time monster, so you can use the Gates of the Dark World if you're really desperate. So it also serves a whole bunch of functions. That's why I keep it in here. Spell cards are pretty straightforward. We have 3 Advanced Draw, 1 Allure of Darkness, 3 Dark World Dealings, 1 Day of Peace, 3 Gates of the Dark World, 3 Trade-In, 3 Upstart Goblin, and for the traps we have 3 Reckless Greed. All of these spell and trap cards are intended to draw you cards, so nothing needs to be explained right here. For the side deck, we have very interesting aspect of this deck is you can side out all of your Exodia stuff and side in for to play a pure Dark World deck. Not pure, but like a Dark World deck. So for the side deck, we have like the switch up cards. We have 1 beige, 2 Maxis, 2 Tour Guides of the Underworld. For spells, we have 1 dark hole, 3 Drag Down to the Grave, 3 Mystical Space Typhoons. For the traps, we have 1 Eradicator Epidemic Virus and 2 Skill Drains. I'll talk about how you can side in all of these cards or maybe some of these cards later. For the extra deck for now, let me talk about that. We need 3 Stardust Dragons because we want to special summon out all of our Malefic Stardust Dragons. For the XYZ monsters, you have ranging from rank 3, rank 4, and rank 8. So you'll have things like Diamond Direwolf, Kaga Cowboy, Gemini Pearl, Heliopolis, Levier, Maystroke, Giant Killer, Gimmick Puppet Thingy, Leviathan, Franken, Acid Golem, Black Ship of Corn, and also Master Key Beetle. Okay, so with that said, let me talk about the side deck and why I constructed the side deck to be like this. So originally, when I wanted to play this deck, I wanted to switch it all into Dark Worlds because I played this deck during a trap heavy format where everyone was playing like Mirror Forces and like D Prisons and stuff like that. So I decided if I play first game into Exodia, my opponent's going to probably side out all of those cards because he thinks that I'm not going to attack him. So he might take out things like Mirror Force in favor of more useful cards that prevent me from either drawing or adding cards into my hand. So that's why I wanted to win game 1 with Exodia and then win game 2 simply because I confuse my opponent, they don't side deck adequately, and I take advantage of that and I beat them with just using a Dark World deck, which is pretty powerful in itself. Now that we're in this format where spell traps kind of still matter because Heavy Storm has been banned, I see it being relevant again, so I decided to play it still like this. Now, another cool thing about this side deck is there are cards in here designed to just help you get rid of problems that are inherent in stopping your engine. So, you know, your opponent might be playing something like Vanity's Emptiness, thus forbidding you from special summoning out your Grapha, your Malefic Stardust, your Trigodias. Therefore, you won't be able to use things like your Advanced Draw. So when that happens, you want to side in cards like Mystical Space Typhoon. That will help you get rid of that. If your opponent has like Imperial Iron Wall or Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, that's when all of these cool cards like MST and also Eradicator Epidemic Virus, that's when they kick in. Now, if your opponent has like problematic monsters, say your opponent has a Evil Swarm Ophion on the field, so you can't special summon out your Graphas or any of your high level monsters. Therefore, you have Skill Drain in here, or if you want, you can put in tour guides so that you can go into instant rank 3s. You can go into like Zen mains or whatever. You can destroy the Evil Storm Ophion by effect, or you can just completely negate all of the effects using Skill Drain. So if you don't want to commit yourself to playing pure Dark World, you can just side in these chosen cards in order to deal with the situation. And the last card I want to talk about in the side deck is Max C. Max C can be very well mained in this deck if you choose, because in the first game you show them that you're playing Exodia deck. Now that you activate Max C, do they wish to continue and allow you to draw more cards? If they do that, that just like further gets you to your win condition, which is Exodia. You know, you can choose the main deck that, you can choose the side deck that against decks that special summon a lot, like Dragunities or like Madoches or like Karakuri OTK. So against those decks, you know, you can choose to play normal Dark Worlds, and in that case, it'll allow you to draw into cool cards like Graphas to remove problems, and it'll draw into Trigodias to help you from being OTK'd. And if you're playing Exodias, that's perfect because it just allows you to draw into more cards, it allows the deck to run more smoothly, and you can draw into your Exodia that much easier. So Maxi is definitely good for situations, and you might be able to consider main decking it. Okay, so with that said, I want to show you guys one more thing, and that is when you side in completely all of the 15 cards in the main deck, in the side deck into the main deck, and take out all of the Exodia pieces. So here's what I have. You know, as you can see, all the 15 cards in the side deck have been sided in. The main deck cards that I took out were the 5 pieces of Exodia, Cyber Valley, excuse me, Cyber Valley, 3 Advanced Draw, 1 Allure of Darkness, 1 Day of Peace, 1 Upstart Goblin, and 3 Reckless Greed. So that's pretty much what I wanted to say about this deck. If you enjoyed it, please give me a like. If you have any questions or if you have any suggestions, drop it in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Scary GC Duels, signing out.